Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that.
Well, as we head into the 2026 general elections, it seems like the opposition is doing something that was unseen. Pretty much, it wasn't predicted. The unity that seems to be dominating in the opposition wasn't expected, I must admit. For a while, the conversation has been to say they are very disunited. Each of them is pursuing their personal agenda, and each one of them wants to be the president, and they're not willing to rally around one presidential candidate. But as you remember, just a couple of hours ago, Zambia was commemorating the day of prayer and reconciliation. And some news came out of the Tonse Alliance that wasn't expected, I must admit. So as you can see from that screen, you can see Given Winda, KBF, and Kanlu, and a number of people from the Tonse Alliance. There's been friction within the Tonse Alliance. There was a team of Sean Tembo, KBF, and them that were fighting Given Winda and the rest of the team, like who's supposed to take over leadership of that alliance. And for a while, it was looking like the likelihood of unity will not happen. But just a couple of hours ago, these shocker images and an update came from KBF. So KBF put up this article and those images, and it says, today on this sacred National Day of Prayer and Fasting and Reconciliation, something truly significant took place. A moment of political maturity and national responsibility. It goes further to say, share those images that you can see Rafael Nakachinda, KBF, and Kandru interaction during that meeting. So it goes further, national responsibility. Members of the Tonse Alliance, past and present, came together in the spirit of reflection and reconciliation. We sat across from one another, not as rivals or aggrieved parties, but as leaders who once dared to unite for the sake of Zambia. We acknowledged our differences, admitted our collective mistakes, and agreed that the spirit of unity must not die because of past political fractures. The people of Zambia deserve leaders who can rise above ego and ambition to pursue the greater good. What happened today was not about reviving a political pact for convenience. It was about reigniting the shared commitment to national purpose. The Tonse Alliance may have faltered along the way, but the ideals that birth the unity, inclusiveness, and people-driven agenda still matter. As we bowed down our heads to pray and opened our hearts for reconciliation, we were reminded that Zambia can only prosper with our leaders. When our leaders are humble and humble enough to make peace and wise enough to work together again. May this not be a moment that ends with the day, but the beginning of a renewed spirit of collaboration. Collaboration. The nation is bigger than any single political camp. Only when we unite, Zambia will prosper. So that's a statement that came from KBF. And seems like they've washed out their differences and they've united. Now, the issue will still come back to the elephant in the room. After this unity, let them sit down and have one candidate be voted for. Otherwise, if they unite and then just do not address the chairmanship or the leader of that alliance, it's just a number of days you'll see them start fighting again. What is on the other hand, President Hakainde Hichilema during the day of prayer, also those are the images that he shared. and he put up this statement to say, today marked exactly 10 years of National Day of Prayer and Fasting and Repentance and Reconciliation, a sacred occasion that was observed at the Lusaka Showgrounds. And then the president put up those images at the Lusaka Showgrounds at the Lusaka Showgrounds and across the entire republic. It was not only a solemn gathering, but a day filled with the spirit of joy, unity, peace, and love. Reflection of God's grace upon our beloved nation. We give thanks to the Almighty for His enduring mercy and abundant blessings. This 10th anniversary calls us to pause, reflect, and acknowledge how far we have come as a people under God's guidance. So that's a statement that came from the head of state. But later on, KBF in the evening had an event with his wife. So those are the images that he shared. And something happened. He was kicked out by ZNS, according to what he shared. So he had an event. Let me just read you what he put up. This is after the Tonsei Alliance meeting that he had in the morning where they had united. So he had an event, him and his wife and some family members. And this is a statement that they put up. A press statement on the political discrimination and abuse of state institutions. Date Saturday, 18th October 2025, issued by Kelvin Fube, Bwalya, KBF, President of Zambia Must Prosper. Unlawful and politically motivated eviction from a religious fundraising event. This evening, my wife and I, together with senior officials of the Zambia Must Prosper Party, attended a dinner fundraising event at the ZNS Chamber Valley for Catholic Sisters. Initiative. Barely 5 minutes into the event, senior Zambia National Office ZNS officials ordered us to leave the venue without explanation or justification. My wife, a devout Catholic and a long supporter of church initiatives, was deeply hurt by the humiliating act. No legal reason was provided for our eviction, only a heavy-handed political fear and intimidation. A government that fears its people is a failed state. This unfortunate incident reflects the growing trend of state institutions being weaponized for political purposes under the United Party for National Development (UPND) government. It is unacceptable unacceptable that a peaceful citizen and political leader can be denied the right to participate in a charitable and religious event merely because of political affiliation. Zambia is not a one-party state. The Constitution of Zambia, of the Republic of Zambia, guarantees that the freedom of assembly, freedom of association, freedom of conscious religious belief and opinion. No government, however powerful it might imagine itself, has a right to violate these constitutional freedoms. The church must remain neutral and a safe space. The Catholic Church has always been a refuge for truth, unity, and compassion. It must remain independent and inclusive, not a place where citizens are profiled and expelled for political reasons. So that's the reason. This was them leaving after they were asked to leave that event just barely 5 minutes into it. So he wasn't happy with that. And they say, our stand, Zambia must prosper, stand firm in defense of every Zambian right, freedom, and dignity. We reject intimidation and exclusive and fear of politics. The UPND government must be reminded that the misuse of public institutions to silence opponents is unconstitutional, immoral, and politically dangerous. Issued by KBF, there he signs it off. This was the event when they just sat down and then they were kicked out. And then he put up a response to that within the same post that he had put up. Say response to claims that justifying our eviction from Sister fundraising event. It is this is still KBF. It's been suggested that our removal from the Sister fundraising event at Zambia National Service Shamba Valley was justified simply because the venue belongs to the Zambia National Service. That reasoning is both misleading and dangerous to our democracy. Firstly, the event was not a ZNS program. It was a Catholic Church fundraising dinner organized by the Sister Catholic Mission. for charitable cause. ZNS was merely provided the venue, as has been done for countless civic, religious, and social functions in the past. Once a facility is hired or booked for a public private event, it ceases to be restricted by military activity. Attendees under the invitation of the event organizers, not the host institution. Secondly, the claim that politics should not be taken to such places is misplaced. This was not a political rally. It was faith-based charity event, and I attended in the capacity as a citizen or Catholic with a Catholic spouse, not as a campaigner. If attending a Catholic fundraising dinner is now interpreted as a politics, then Zambia has entered a season of political paranoia or abuse of authority. Thirdly, the ZNS officers who ordered our removal acted outside their legal or moral mandate. No security threat existed, no breach of peace occurred. The only thing present was fear of political differences. A symptom of intolerance that the UPND government has normalized across institutions. In a democratic state, public facilities must serve all citizens equally. Today it is KBF and his wife. Tomorrow it could be any other citizen whose beliefs or association is deemed uncomfortable by those in power. We therefore reiterate that this incident was not about the venue. It was about discrimination. ZNS justification is an afterthought or to cover up an unconstitutional act. That's according to KBF. And then Chief Etari is on a serious campaign, shooting at the new player on the political field. As you may be aware, there's a Zambian who's been jabbing at President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND, saying he's got the money to fund his political maneuvers in 2026 and is eyeing the presidency within the Patriotic Front, to which Chief Etari responds to say, forget about Mudoro. He won't even be on the ballot, he says. Up until now, tatulariamo, tatulariako, indalama, shakwe Mudoro. This still living on fake promises. There is no money there, so he's simply saying that that individual that doesn't have the money that he claims to have to be able to compete with the UPND. There's no money there. Just focus on Hakainde Hichilema. When he wins, we can fix. We can fix you a job. So simply saying, we'll give you a job after Hakainde Hichilema wins in 2026. That's Chief Etayari. Which is more sustainable. Trust me, there will be more opportunities in Hakainde Hichilema's second term. By the way, Muduro can't be on the ballot because he does not stay in Zambia and has dual citizenship. The law does not allow. Besides that, so Hakainde Hichilema needs distinction, according to Chief Etayari there. Is in full mode of campaign. So he simply says that individual alleges has a dual citizenship. I don't know how we got that information, but I highly doubt that there may be facts or truth to that statement. Tayari will join Patriotic Front PF and vote for Mundwile when he sees that the United Party for National Development is losing. You are amateurs. UPND cannot lose. Just join me in supporting Hakainde Hichilema so that we give him a distinction in 2026. That's Chief Tayari. Hakainde Hichilema, he doubles down. Hakainde Hichilema has already won, but I am targeting 96% of the total votes cast, and then 2.5% will be rejected ballots, and 1.5% to the opposition. They will share 1.5%, according to Chief Etayari there. He's trying real hard to be relevant. Let's wait and see how that plays out. Mass newspaper say life na ikosa. Zambians should not repeat 2021 mistake, says Saibalo. So there, as we head into 2026, court orders Malanji forfeit 2 helicopters worth $215,000 US cash and 3 houses to the state. Malanji loses the helicopter. It's news now everywhere. And then that's in the Daily Mail. Daily Nation says disband technical committee. Oasis Forum, as it brands the committee and illegality, says the formation was not only in breach of constitution, but an representative asked President Hichilema to completely withdraw the dead constitutionally reject Bill 7. So Bill 7 rejection continues, but anyway, let's wait and see how that plays out. That's the news, ladies and gentlemen.